Hey guys, it's Intellectual Films, and welcome to the channel. Of course, we're discussing DC Legends. This is the second update that has dropped quite recently, just a couple days ago, and this is right after the worldwide release. So I've been playing this for about a month and a half per se, and I've developed a serviceable roster. I would say. I would argue that the two most popular characters, or perhaps the most accessible characters in the game at the moment, would have to be Lex Luthor and the Assault Warsuit Lex Luthor, and of course the World of Greatest Detective Batman. Now, this, of course, is prior to the change made into the arena packs. Now, originally it was Green Arrow, Batman, Lex Luthor, Doomsday, Swamp Thing, and Deathstroke. Those six were the only available characters that could be obtained from the arena pack. However, in a recent patch, they have kind of divided this into three tiers of common, uncommon, and rare. Therefore, it's far difficult to farm for a hero, making it much harder to acquire legendary status and just upgrade your characters effectively at an effective rate. So it's become far more difficult. Of course, I don't think I have to comment on the prices here. I think they're entirely absurd and ridiculous and overpriced. But just on my team, just to give you guys a good idea of what my team is like. So my current team is Lex Luthor, Green Lantern, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And this team, it's a very, very simple strategy compared to, I think, some of the other ones where you're coupling heroes together, hoping that they'll synergize well enough. This is entirely based on Lex Luthor, in that his leadership, which I have buffed and legendary, however, it's not working properly, and that's something they will hopefully fix in future patches. The whole idea is Batman and Wonder Woman apply their second special or their power-up, whatever you want to call it, and they just buff themselves up to an insane degree at some points, and it's just the damage output is quite satisfying. And that's just been really effective in PvP, more so than anything. But ever since the recent patch, of course, PvP has been insanely easy. Just a lack of challenge, a lack of strategy. Comparably, I've never ranked this high before, and it seems so easy to just move up the ranks, and naturally you're going to have some of these more difficult battles. Of course, I don't have them currently, but it seems so much easier, and it honestly, for me, for some people, it may be okay. That PvP is not hair-pullingly hard, but for me the lack of challenge is definitely a turnoff. The time events, again, I interpreted this incorrectly because I thought on Saturdays in the whole wild dungeon where every mission is available, I thought we were getting another character to farm for. So that's apparently not the case. Again, it seems like we're just getting a different character every week now, instead of having what we had last month, which was just 4 straight weeks of the Suicide Squad Joker. So again, I don't know how they plan to remedy this, and it seems like just minimize the amount of fragments that you can collect per character, and just make sure that you can't get a legendary status at again what I would consider an effective rate. They're just trying to minimize that as much as possible, which is somewhat disappointing. Again, perhaps the biggest criticism for this game is the lack of content, and I definitely agree with people that this is a problem. Not so much in the story mode, but just anything outside of story and PvP is severely lacking. And again, you can talk about the time events, but those last you a couple minutes at best. So the game is severely lacking in content, and hopefully it improves upon that within future updates instead of just adding characters.